except the Hasanui. She yells at me sometimes. Oh, all the time. Where's my white leaf? All this time, I didn't realize she knew my name. It's just, this is my first time away from... I'd heard there were thick, green forests and sandy beaches without a storm in sight, but I never imagined this. You must have traveled lots, seen all sorts of amazing places. Now, that sounds like an adventure. I'd love Rawatai, but it's hard to go a week without seeing storms, or hearing about mudslides burying a village somewhere. I really wish I could, but my supplies are for the Royal Deadfire Company. Maybe if you impress her or Atsura, they could make an exception.
The former lady of Cadnua, and one-time terrifier of harbor masters, if dockside tales are to be believed. So, in addition to pirates, profiteers, and slavers, the Deadfire has a vengeful god roaming its waters? Just what the archipelago needs. One more disaster tugging at the seams. He must be stopped. Anything can be stopped with sufficient force. The problem is finding the will to deploy it. The Valians won't lift a finger if it isn't to snatch a coin, and the Huana will barely do that much.
No? Tell it to the water shapers who washed your stranded boats from sandbars, Hasanui.
No one... Look around. Deadfire's full of fertile, temperate islands. Except for Andra's mortar. It's largely free of rough weather. Yet it's a waste. Imagine what this place could be, with well-guarded shipping routes. How many Rawatayans we could feed with plantations here. That's a naive view, one our enemies are keen to promote. Rawatai's violent storms have shaped and hardened us as much as they have our homelands. But it remains a difficult place to live. So, we rely on trade, and on plantations we've established here. And those developments also create a more stable, productive Deadfire. You've got a good head on your shoulders. Deadfire needs more of that. If you're chasing the god who's stomping this place into the ground, and if you're going to survive here, then you could use an ally. The disaster at Hasongo remains a key concern. We rely on the port there to ship food back to Rawatai. That's on hold until you investigate. Short of that, there are other matters that demand attention. Atsura, our His office is downstairs. He can tell you more. Hazatoa. Atsura and I usually have a game running, and this one's been Atsura's good at misdirection, but I've got a mind for the long game. You look like you've come with a purpose. It happened a year into my first command. We were chasing pirates along Roatai's south coast, and they landed a shot right next. A lucky hit. I ran below. The fire was already spreading and making for our powder stores. I smothered what I could with my uniform, pulled the rest away with my own hands. You've got a strange sense of humor. There's a cost to every victory. I'll bet you already know a thing or two about that. And if you don't, Deadfire will teach you soon enough. Hazatoa. Atsura and I usually... Atsura's good.
By the kitchen.
They were.
How about
Hi,
that?
Mika. It is good to see you. It has been several years, no?
Happily.
Watcher Nui, the Lady of Cadnua. I'm not one for ostentation, but your remarkable display at Queen's birth suggests that you are an individual with skills, not mere style. I am Atsura, Grand Secretary of the Royal Deadfire Company. And why not? Thousands of years ago, our people came from the archipelago. By one reckoning, we have as much claim on these islands as the Huana.
Does all Roataian law work this way? Where is that mountain of Azada shells I misplaced thousands of years ago?
But our purpose here is trade. While our homeland is rich in saltpeter, the violent climate and rocky soils make it a poor source for most other basic staples. It's my business to look after the mainland's interests here. That is a Valian frivolity. Leave it to them to observe a substance that occurs nowhere else on Aora, and immediately set about pulverizing it for profit. For now. But what will ultimately win out? The Valians' drive for innovation, or their hunger for wealth. Besides, we know too little about luminous Adra to understand the consequences of ripping it out. Perhaps you can help me keep them from doing more harm. It's not about what the Valians are doing to us, but rather to all of the Deadfire. The demand for luminous Adra has sent the Valian trading company into a frenzy. Their expeditions grow too bold, and their officers too greedy. Worse, their rapid expansion attracts pirates and threatens the outlying Huana tribes. This risks souring the Kahanga royals against all foreign involvement. But you can curtail their growth. By snapping up land we need to grow food and build ships for our people? Indeed. But our interests and Deadfire's are not mutually exclusive. The Valians have sent an expedition to Pococahara, a storm-wrecked island believed to house a vein of luminous. I hear you accomplished an incredible feat in restoring the luminous Adra near Port Mage. If your abilities allow you to do that, then perhaps you are also capable of the opposite. Find the luminous Adra at Pococahara. Render it unusable to the Valians. This should encourage them to develop the resources they have, rather than reaching for more. Deeply. But if a small sacrifice here will discourage the Valians from further ventures, then it is a worthwhile risk. There is no need to be coy. I can see you considering the angles. I respect that. Rauatai is a mighty and wealthy nation. And with trouble brewing in the Deadfire, you'll find it useful to have an ally that is both. Deadfire is a tumultuous place. Consider the value of an ally with ships, cannons, and the backing of a great empire. I do not have the precise location of Pococahara, but the tribe on the nearby island of Tikawara could probably help. I suggest starting there. Now, what else can I do for you? It's a trading post, of course. Anything worth building is worth protecting. How do you mean that? Rauatai is composed of many types, but it's true, many here are soldiers and engineers. None of whom are especially diligent about paperwork.
Ship out with some soft-handed runt.
Trouble up ahead.
I'd be glad to.
Please, I must ask a favor. What say? Do you have business with the Valian Trading Company? My people of the Duape. We signed a contract with the company. We were not understanding the terms at the time.
Too many big words for you, friend? Next time, hire an advocate.
I wish to, let's say, renegotiate. But the clerks turned me away. My father, the Ranga, took payment from the company. In exchange, they dig for Audra. He did not understand the Valian way. When he dies, the Outlanders will claim our island for themselves.
A cruel practice, I say. And they call us savages.
Ngati's chosen speaks the wisdom of his mother. Father has fallen ill, and the clerk, Luca, stands by the agreement as surely as if it was stamped in his skin. Akira. When the Valian clerk learned I was from the Duape, he became very anxious. I made my appeals to Luca, but my words were as stones dropped down the deepest well. While I am barred from the company office, I can do nothing for my people. I showed Luca a new contract, yes? Fairer, more agreeable terms. Luca called me a criminal and summoned his guards. A man in the Gullet offered to assist me. He carried papers, ink, and wax. He helped to write a new contract in the Valian way and to fix the correct seals. Luca, I say he did not like this. He took my contract and forced me into the streets. I do not know this word. I would fix, but Luca will not give me the chance. Negotiating with outsiders has not gone my way. Luca has it secured in a chest. Tangaloa's jaws such trouble for parchment, I say. Akira, my thanks. I will remain here by day until justice is done.
Ado, Watcher. The Cantanichesi sent for me. It seems the Republics have need of me again, thanks to you. Do you have need of me? Good.
Look there. I'll try my best. It's no trouble. Indeed. Yes? Absolutely.
Try not to break anything. The servers at the tavern are clumsy. Most clumsy, indeed. Stumbling from the street, I see. This is the heart of the Valian Trading Company. You would know that if you had a reason to be here. From her office, Governor Alvari carries out the will of the Songretta Mea Compressa. We clerks are the fingers of their long reach. A lawful claim, I might add, no matter what the native says to the contrary. He showed up with a forged contract, as if I wouldn't know the difference between our paperwork and theirs. Tawenu is lucky I only seized the forgery. The Gullet is too good for his kind. Your villager friend would do well not to stand between the company and our prize. The company is allowed to solve problems as we see fit. And right now, Tawenu is a problem. Besides, lying is second nature to the Ranga heir and his ignorant cliente. Simple enough. We take on the burden of caring for the tribe in exchange for luminous Adra rights. Tawenu is myopic if he thinks his tribe can thrive under Aranga in this climate. The crown has been known to grimace at our client tribal privileges. We do not allow local trouble to stymie us so that Rawatai can steal an advantage. Postenago, the company has every reason to congratulate itself. Now move along. I have larger matters to resolve than the fate of one insignificant island. This room stifles already. Must you crowd it further? This again? Precomplan, can it? This is the homeland they signed away for money, Ak? I can almost guarantee the company will put it to more dignified use. This is... Ak, true enough. But breaking a contract for diplomacy's sake is simply not done. I would be remiss to uphold one contract to the detriment of our operation. Go on, then. Some of us have more important duties.
Eccoci. You have business here? You are in luck. The governor is between meetings. Go on in.
The Watcher. From the palace, yes? You made quite the impression on the Cantanichesi. He went on for ages. Welcome. Make yourself comfortable. I am Nueva Alvari, Governor in Residence of the Valiant Trading Company here in Nekataka. What brings you to my door? They speak the truth. A Watcher is welcome in these times. Under different circumstances, I'd write up papers for an emissary's posting, no? But we have a situation that needs immediate attention. How much do you know about the luminous Adra trade? Ach, he does love a good speech, Ikozi. Some weeks ago, we received word of a large quantity of luminous Adra on a distant island. Pukukahara. It is not charted on any of our maps. However, Pukukahara is said to neighbor the island of Tikawara, and we've already made contact with the natives there. We dispatched an expedition to Tikawara with instructions to locate the Adra site and determine its value. Our people have neither returned nor sent any word on their progress. We are too long delayed, and someone must finish the job. A Watcher can determine if there is essence in the Adra, if it is worth the trouble and investment to remove it. Information for which we are willing to pay. Ideally, but if the worst has come to pass, I would like you to complete the investigation of the Adra deposit. Anything that may assist the company. Not much, unfortunately. A few superstitions among the locals, but they're unusually tight-lipped about the subject. Yes, I take your meaning. Here, a taste of what's to come. This will be of some use to you, I think. It entitles you to act as a commissioned agent of the Valiant Trading Company. Present it and you will be recognized as such. Until then, I believe we're finished. Return here once you have word of our agents and our prize. Oh, and take care upon the open sea. There are greater hazards in these waters than a few pirates.
For what do you stare at me, priestess?
It's just, I mean, your, hair. It keeps wriggling around like it's got a mind of its own.
Do you wish to touch one? They do not bite.
Would I ever? Hold still. Oh, slimy.
You must gather your party venturing forth.
This is the Gullet? I had not realized. Stop, I say. This is no time for japes. The Mataru are supposed to take care of those below. This does not resemble care to me. Let us go on. Captain. Thank you. I needed this.
You're giving Ishi a weird look. What did he do?
I'm not giving him a weird look. He's giving me a weird look.
Traveler, have you any food? Surely you've a scrap to spare. Mercy, traveler. Never have I been so hungry. I'm no one. Only Rakara. Just Kara, I mean, to my friends. I have the tribe's generosity and my share of the Mataru's fortune. What more should I want? Even the sailors on the docks and even the wandering travelers know me as Roparu. Don't you? It is my place, and so whatever I earn, be it coin from a kind hand or fish from the sea, I must tithe it to the tribe for the good of us all. Forgive me, I say too much. If you would know more, ask Anoi. Our elder listens to those in need, and he speaks, out of earshot of the guards. He's there, in the house to the right when you cross the bridge. He can speak of the hunger. The black market. I have heard of it, but I have never been. I prefer to keep my head on my shoulders, Akira. But perhaps the village elder will point you down the right path. He is called Anoi. You can find him in his home. Thank you. I'll share it, I swear. Thank you, traveler. The Gullet is a lawless place, forgotten. The only authority here is the Matarus, and they don't work on our behalf. But if it is a wise man you want, seek Anoi in his home. He tries to keep us safe and fed. He does not always succeed, but he does try. Trying's worth a lot down here.
The Queen calls these rations. Does she expect the Roparu to subsist on garbage? Akira, there is not.
That Dawnstar may be able to help. What say?
Help how? Poison me? Akira, no thanks.
Happily.
Peatley? Good God, I nearly didn't recognize you. You look more death-warmed over than Dawnstar.
I didn't see you there, Shody. Listen, you and your friends should move along. I'm not feeling so good, and I'd hate to get you sick. Nothing a little ginger root and some bed rest won't cure. Please, let me be. Could use your skill at the Temple of Gone. Could use it here. There's some sick Roparu in the back. Not much I can do for them now besides keep them comfortable. And hidden.
In my village, the sick went to the other side of the mountain. Is there nowhere deeper you can flee?
It's better than leaving them to wander the district. I can give them a dignified death, if nothing else. Because they've got Drowner's lung. Spreads like gossip and kills even faster. A gift from the Valians. Fills your lungs with fluid. Gets you coughing all the time, trying to clear them. One of my patients coughed so hard, she broke a rib. Eventually, it gets so bad, you can't hack it out. You just lie there, struggling for breath, until you choke on your own phlegm. I hear it's a long, hard end. I heard some Roparu had gotten sick, so I brought them here to care for them. City healers don't come down here.
The Roparu have no healers of their own?
These people are laborers and fishers. Many aren't even Kahanga. Wound up here after raiders and slavers tore their own tribes apart. Anyway, I realized what was wrong when I heard the rattle in their chests, the way they gasped for air. Only cure is an elixir made with pine seed oil. It costs a lot, though not nearly as much as an epidemic. Still, if news of this outbreak gets out, these poor souls will get tossed into the old city. No one with any money in Nekataka spends it on the Roparu. You can get nearly anything on Delver'sRow. Only trouble is finding it, and paying for it. Unfortunately, the children of the Dawnstars don't have many connections in this part of town. But I bet you could find someone at the tavern who knows where Delver'sRow is. Criminal types like to wet their throats after a long day of lying, cheating, and stealing. About the only honest one. The Roparu here are treated like garbage. Even made to eat garbage from that scrap heap opposite the lift. And Dario and his Principe scum took advantage of the neglect down here to set up the black market on Delver'sRow. He runs most of the criminal mischief that goes on here. Some say he's an old Valian traditionalist. Some say he's a thug with good taste. Either way, I steer clear of him. All the while, the Gullet gets more crowded as tribes from the other islands come to Nekataka. Some are driven from their homes by pirates, raiders, even trading company thugs. Others hear stories of the foreign wealth pouring into the city. What they don't realize is most of it flows between the foreigners and the palace. As best we can. Most of us came from Raedsaris after the Vorlis Plot and the Saints' War. Or we were born to families that did. We remember what it's like to scrape by. That's what Dario and his people say. They recruit Roparu to sneak things from the docks, report on meetings between traders. I can't blame the Roparu, not when the alternative is eating from a trash pile. But I don't trust these Principi any more than I do the trading companies. And whenever the city authorities finally crack down, the Roparu will be caught in the middle. Some days, I think maybe this is why Aethys brought us to Deadfire, so we can do some good. Other days, I'm too damn tired.
What all do you write in those reports of yours, Maya? Did you detail the Watcher? What about me?
I may have told the company one or two choice details about you.
For real? That'll be worth noting in your politic papers? Maybe I'll make my temple proud yet.
So you're flattered. Interesting. Guess I'll add that to the next report.
I hear you. What say you, girl? I see much and many things. I simply do not look with these eyes in the same manner that others do. I have heard much as well. People speak of your kindness, Watcher who chases Aethys. I also hear the Roparu's heartbeat, grown thready and pained. Now a Watcher comes to the Gullet, as Amira has shown me you would.
At least piety can thrive in this dark and unforgiving burrow.
That sea-swept voice. One of Andra's own comes to visit me at last. The Roparu are being crushed from the top. We starve so slowly, it is an agony.
Starving? Are the gods so occupied that they cannot see inside the mountain?
No one deserves to suffer. Not like this.
This is the Huana way. The fish of our nets are drawn for the tribe. The fruit of our fields, too, is reaped for the tribe. And the coin of our pockets belongs not to one, but to all. All spoils are gifted to the whole of the tribe. The tribe then partakes from the top down, from the most deserving to the least. The Mataru risk their lives to protect the tribe. The Quaru provided skilled goods and services. The tribe takes care of the Roparu more than we contribute to the tribe. Or it did, before our numbers swelled too large. The dawn stars would feed us, but the guards forbid them to pervert the order of sharing. There was a man who helped us, a soft-hearted pirate named Ulug. He worked with the Principe captain, Mad Morena, they call her, to bring us food from the black market. But for days now, we've had nothing. Ulug was never late with his shipments. Always very conscientious. A good boy. For him to disappear for several days without word, he must be dead. The Queen refuses to increase our share of the prize share. Without Ulug's shipments, we will surely starve. I am asking you, what else can we do?
Onakaza will listen. Her concern holds this island together.
Perhaps you can achieve what those of my caste cannot. Gain us favor with the crown, and always we Roparu will be indebted to you. I've lived for many years in this gullet. My skin and bones have withered with each year, twisted harder, so that the Roparu now call me Taki Takiri. Though you can see, I am not very big or much sturdy. If a dispute arises within the gullet, I will see it resolved. That I can promise you. You mean the black market that lies nestled in the depths of the Narrows? The guards do their best to stomp it out, but they are a single boot against 1,000 ants. I do not know how to get there, but someone at the tavern might. Both time and tragedy have rotted the gullet into a place of filth and crowdedness. Once, we Roparu lived in a fine neck of the city. That time has fallen, and with it, the ruins of our old city under Neketaka. Long before the foreigners swarmed us, a sea quake rumbled our city, and the mountain cratered down. Many cried to Andra, and were swallowed for their efforts. Now the Mataru send us into the ruins of the old city to be punished. Within that pit lies darkness and death. Not silence, but an end.
They took him. For what? Bataro's the second this month.
And they say the pittings aren't increasing. Do they lie to themselves or just to us? At this rate, who'll be left to suffer the Mataru's ire?
Please, I did nothing!
Enough! Or do you wish to consign her to the old city as well?
Let him go!
Bia, I'm sorry.
Your tongue flops like a dying fish. I tire of its stink. Lower him down!
May Tangaloa devour your souls, you cold-blooded eels.
What crime could he have committed to deserve such a fate?
Roparu? He associated with foreign criminals. I cannot be certain about Biha, so I let her go. But I will be watching her.
And this is punishable by death, or worse?
That it is. These wicked sorts overrun the Gullet and corrupt the Roparu. Our justice must be swift and firm. To the old city, Ikira, a god's cursed ruin filled with walking corpses and abominations of the deep.
How can you consign your fellow woman or man to this fate?
We punish only those who cause trouble. Begging your pardon for my tones, sir. The Gullet is no place to wander. Watch yourself for rowdies and pirates. Hers is the first house you come to. Just there. You will probably find her there. Ikira. It is a cancer in the Gullet. A place of criminals and their foul dealings. And I cannot fathom for what anyone but a criminal would ask of it.
Was taking Bataro not enough for you?
Indeed.
Bataro is gone. Dead. What more do you want? Forgive me. I thought you were with the guards who took him. Other casts never visit here. Do the gods pay a visit to mock my misfortune? Or is Sacred Stair overcrowded?
Ah, forgive the intrusion. We were just leaving. That is, giving you space to grieve.
So many crowd into the Gullet and you worry about space. My village was not like this. Why does Queen Onikaza not send the foreigners away? Bataro is punished already, I say. Whatever offense he gave, do not hang it on our necks. Andra blessed. Priests say Andra sends your sword to comfort mourners. But what good are words? For what did Andra send you if not to save my Bataro? The traders say they bring riches in their big ships. But what reaches the Gullet? Only crime and sickness, I say. The Rowatayans promise marvels, strong walls, and plenty for all. Akira, still my back aches from building their fort, and still I live here. And Bataro said we would finally leave. I heard a Rowatayan captain took up at the tavern. Suduzo, they call her. They say she is a traitor, so I thought maybe she will take passengers.
Strange. They usually stay topside.
Bataro went and found her in the tavern. Next I see him, the guards are dragging him to the cage. They say many Rowatayan captains are women. Maybe her ears will open better to you.
Bataro took some coin. Everything he scraped together working on the docks, when he went to bargain with the captain. I would offer it to you, but it is probably in the old city with Bataro. Or in someone else's pocket. Seduzo. They say she is a traitor, so I thought maybe she will take passengers. But she threw Bataro out. Always Bataro was careful with his words, especially as a Roparu. But a Roparu in Nekataka gives offense just by breathing the air of his betters. I could never ask someone to go down to the old city, but since you offer... It is a big and dangerous place. But perhaps he hid himself. Perhaps... Please, help him if you can. Or bring me news if you cannot. We are 6, 3 children, 2 babes, and me. Akira. It was so in the village, where Bataro and me came from. But here, we are all strangers. No one looks in on the sick or cares for the children. We are 6, 3 children, 2 babes, and such a strange question. A Roparu child is the child of all Roparu. At least that is the way in the village where Bataro and me came from. But here, we are all strangers. No one looks in on the sick or cares for the children. We are 6, 3 children. My village was not like this. Why does Queen Onikaza not send the foreigners away? Many ships leave from Queen's Birth, but the Valians take slaves. They say the Principes smuggle goods in the caverns below, but I cannot trust such people. But the Rowatayans have mighty cannons, and a big homeland they abandoned for ours. Perhaps there is more room for us there. Never! That is the surest way to get the attention of the Overseer. I hear it is somewhere in the Narrows. It is possible Anoi knows. He has lived here longer than any. His hut is just along the walkway to the southwest.